big dog. Shit, I forgot. We forgot because we were all doing a show. To say shout out to Aries. He won Best Hip Hop at the Metros.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Lovely work, big dog. Hip hop all the way. We got distracted talking about some other crazy shit. We're gonna put this at the top of the episode so that you guys see this before we talk about all the other shit. Slimes, y'all went crazy.
Yeah. Choppin It.
Okay, never mind. It's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory. Pick up your glass, show me love for once. Let's toast to victory. Welcome to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am the Lord of the entire, Lord of the every, Lord of the even more, Lord of the most, Lord of the every, of the entire, of all time, Lord of the light-skinned baby daddies, of course. This is known. Lord of the fit. Yes, Sirski. Lord of the crisp, the most crisp of all time. Is there a problem, big dog? Can I get through my lordship without you? Shane gave us the verdict. Culture connoisseur, imitative boy. Of course, we're here for another culture chat, but this time with Dice Games back in business. Make some.
I got my smoke machine.
Dice Games.
What's poppin'?
How are you, big dog?
I'm just, you know, a WrestleMania Undertaker entrance.
Yeah.
On ETV.
Is that how you feel right now?
Ow. you know, as soon as it enter the ring, that's when the free your imagination, nice adverse thing. Interest long.
What? I need to cut it short.
As long. A lot of the crisp.
Of the most crisp of all time. You were just hungry to say some shit, so you couldn't wait.
I couldn't. I just gotta sing forever.
You gotta be patient. You're here on my shit, but let me get through my shit, and then I give you time for you to do your shit.
Fair.
That's not fair?
Nah, it's fair enough.
Don't feel like that's fair?
Nah, 100.
Introduce yourself to our loyal
viewers
and daily choppers. If they're like, okay, so who is Dice Games and why is he here? What is your response to that?
Hey, man. So basically...
It's always basic. Why are black people, when you answer your questions, everything is either basic or obvious? It's like, obviously, you know, like, no, it's not obvious. And no, it's not basic.
I feel
This is now a linguistic lesson.
I feel Nah, so I go by the name of Dice Buletino. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
Dice who?
Buletino, Joe.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, it's my made-up surname, though.
This is like, what, your stage name?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Dice Buletino.
You've been around me for like at least 3 months.
Yeah.
And I don't know your stage name.
Yeah, you know the first one, but you don't know my surname.
So Dice Buletino.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
Buletino or the dice.
All of it. Pause.
Nah.
Why did that feel like it needed a pause?
We need to check this thing.
Like what you said, or the dice, that just felt crazy.
Nah, man. So basically, the dice comes from being...
That doesn't feel crazy. That only feel crazy to me when he says the dice.
I feel.
Oh my God.
So dice comes from just being unpredictable. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. Roll a 5, roll a 6. And then why are you disrespecting the name though?
You never know what you're gonna get. It's kind of crazy too. It sounds so kind of crazy. Keep breaking it down.
Yeah,
sorry.
so Buletino is kind of like, I'm kind of quick, you know, in terms of just...
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
I'm kind of quick is crazy.
Like to think, bro. I think fast.
That's what you should have said.
All right, cool. I'm a fast thinker.
Yes.
Right? All right. I'm a fast thinker. Right.
Damn.
So kind of like bullet, but like a bullet. You know, like you never see it coming type of thing. But
you never see it coming. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I'll explain shortly why I'm in a great mood. Continue.
I basically added like a Tino at the end because Dice Bullet just sounds so boring, you know. So like Dice Buletino, it's kind of like, oh, where's that from? Like,
it does give it a bit of sexiness to it. It's like
exactly.
Okay.
No, nah.
Shout out Dice Buletino. Welcome.
Thank you so much, man.
Welcome to Culture Chops. Apparently you feel as though you have an opinion that we should hear. So we'll see about that.
Cool.
First and foremost though, which is for me why you would sit here is we have coming up on the 16th of May at the Artistry in Sandton, our first, let me not even say first because I was giving a linguistic class, our inaugural our inaugural live in front of an audience chop. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
Yes, sir.
Because one, people have been asking for it. And I was a bit nervous. I didn't feel like we were ready. And to be honest, it took me why is this thing asking me to divulge like this? So
divulge.
So consistency is a thing I learned and had to master while I was doing this pod. So that's the reason why I didn't feel like as soon as other people wanted us to do like a live audience chop, I personally didn't feel like I was ready because I was not in the position to work on anything but the consistency of putting out and establishing this show. So that was the first thing. So now that we got that out the way,
it's time to chop.
Because we are on season 3 doing big business, still to this day, a year and a half into doing what we do, and things are only getting bigger and better. So it felt like, okay, here we are, and we have a team now of people that can help establish, formulate, and program our live chop. Bro Beans, Big Business, and Big Budget Boys were all coming together for the live chop on the 16th of May at Artistry in Sandton, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, it's lit. Nah.
You yourself are a member of Big Business.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna lie. I'm really excited, man. The 16th of May, may I add.
Is that a pun?
I don't know. It's whatever you wanted to be, big dog. So, yeah, like the 16th of May, I think it's gonna be really exciting. I think it's a really great move, especially for the culture. I think just getting everyone together hasn't
in the same room.
You know what I mean? I think that happens like how many times, man? Like SA Hip Hop Awards, but now this is like, yeah, I think we've got so many young artists coming into the game, you know, that can use this for networking and just learning from the best in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just gonna be so much knowledge that's gonna be distributed in the room. I mean, of course, I have the privilege of knowing the program. You know what I mean?
But you do.
So I think, yeah, man, it's just it's so exciting. It's just flipping exciting.
Yeah, it's dope. I feel like I can't imagine. I've visualized it a couple of times, and of course for the past week, because we've been working intensely on it for the
Yes,
past
sir.
couple of weeks, because we're close to executing. But it's like the closer we get and the more I see it, I can't actually imagine what it's gonna feel like on
Sure.
the night. Like I can't imagine the texture of the night.
The text.
Yeah. Like just the texture of what the room feels like, because that matters when you set up a situation, because you want to be intentional about
Yeah.
the energy that you want in the room.
Now,
What do you, when you imagine it, I'm assuming you've imagined it.
I imagine it. I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna get a pause. But no, in this chop, you gotta be prepared. Too. Now you have to think 3 steps ahead because you pause. Nah. I mean, for me, honestly, I think it's just gonna be a vibe. It's just gonna be a vibe where it's gonna be very culture driven. I think that's the main goal, just to reignite that fuel that actually never died within everyone. Just to be like, nah, we're here to stay, and also just to solidify. I mean, too many more chops. You know what I mean? Too many more chops. I think, yeah, yeah, sir. So, too many more chops. It's like, and once that hits the ground running, it's gonna be one of the things I feel like the country actually needed. That space, man.
It should be a really dope experience because people, you can tell from how people engage the chops, even in the comment section, that sometimes the people feel like there's questions that we miss, or there's certain commentary that, or certain perspectives that we may not be able to express from whoever we have on the panel here. So, that gives the people an opportunity to actually be in the room while the chops are going on.
Exactly.
And if anything is being gotten wrong,
Like,
you can put up your hand, we'll send the mic to you. We'll see, what are we missing?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yeah.
So you guys are being biased with this, or you guys are, so
yeah.
That should be a dope feel. And I feel like to put people who enjoy and consume the culture in close proximity with the people who perform and build the culture is also a dope experience for, just to spend a couple of hours in close proximity, and people can talk to their favorite artists if they are in the cut, and also to have that, like when I imagine it, to have that front row of like the new age.
I think that's how it should be.
Hey,
I think literally
thing for me.
The new age should sit in the front, right?
Yeah, like
and
I
then
feel...
the OGs kind of sit at the back, just as a that doesn't deserve a pause.
At
if
the
that's
back,
what you think.
no, I wasn't thinking. Not everything is a pause, big dog.
Nah, because no, I've been watching and I'm just like, nah, hey, nigga, just be like, I'm going to the toilet, pause, like,
No, I
you
ain't
take
never
the
seen
thing.
that on this show.
I feel. But I think like literally, we got the Tonys, the King Keys, that's mama. We got them right there chilling in front, and then at the back. Just because like these guys are supposed to, be taking in. They're supposed to be taking in. These guys behind them already know. So now it's kind of like a sandwich of information. I don't know if I'm making sense.
And like new age media also, to have
sir.
the new age media there, like the people who document and express the culture to the culture right now, because a lot of the mainstream has left us hanging. So we're going to have a lot of those people in the building as well. It should be really dope. It's going to be a RSVP invite only, only because it's the inaugural. And then we're going to open it fully to the public on our next one. We are, though, going to have people that we extend the RSVP to, so it's gonna be a first come first serve, of course. We're gonna have a cap. Yes, we're gonna have a cap of.
Yo,
Of what do you call it? You call it general audience.
The general audience. We're gonna have, of course, we're gonna have VVIPs, then VIPs.
Yes.
Media,
and then
so it's gonna be like distributed, But I think it'll also be good just for us to have the general fan, like just the love of the chop, just to also be there to experience it. I mean, there are a lot of day ones that you can even see in the comments, man. They'll be referencing things from you in the kitchen.
Facts.
I always say it. You in the kitchen because you knew what you're cooking up, right? But like
this
probably
kind of crazy.
No,
keep doing your thing. Do your thing.
I said cooking.
I'll let you be.
You said cooking.
Do your thing, big dog.
I don't understand how that could have been misinterpreted, but I feel.
Express yourself however you feel.
I think really like just having different people from socials and the industry people that just I think it's just gonna be a sandwich of information. And I think that's how you also kind of like want it to be, where you don't want anyone to leave that place without feeling like they grew and learned something new. And also just to go spread
and
the word.
acknowledge too.
Exactly. Yeah,
like
you must
we want to acknowledge our people and give them their flowers and their
hip hop
shout-outs.
podcast in the country.
What happened?
I'm just saying, Joe. Everyone knows this is the biggest hip hop podcast in the country. Functional, I might say. Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Bro
You guys are not
V's.
clapping here. You guys don't believe so.
Nah, this is, bro.
Let's try that one again.
Hey, man, call us spade a spade.
Which is why I brought out the black label for anyone that might be judgmental at home out there. Motherfucker. We're celebrating because we want to do more and do bigger things. Cheers, big dog.
Cheers. What I live.
Thank you for... Yeah, I mean, no pressure.
Yeah, no.
Everybody can be who they want to be.
Yeah.
To the culture.
Let's chop.
So there's an aura, an era of that we're going through of like beefs, diss tracks, and all sorts of shit that's going on. So then more beefs emerged. I saw Tyson Cybertelly ended up in some kind of smoke with A-Reese's producer, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. This is a guy called, I think, Michael, I'm not too sure. And what they're fighting about is, I think that the Michael guy, if I have his name, let me just say Reese producer. Let me just say producer guy, right? Producer guy, I think had produced a song for Tyson. And then I think Reese heard it and wanted the song. And so they ended up then deciding, okay, we're going to strip Tyson of the song.
Give it to the bigger
and
artist.
give it to Reese, which I think Tyson also had already done it with somebody featured on it.
Ooh, did he pay?
And the person who was featured on it went with the song to Reese, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's the line of events. What do we have to say about this this business conduct?
I mean, the thing is,
who's wrong? Where does the first wrongdoing happen?
I mean, okay, Mr. Ghost, do you have your mic there?
Yeah, I do.
Is it working?
I do.
Like,
Yay to goat, boy.
Okay, so we both agree
if you
that,
believe in you believe in yourself.
Now, do you believe that like first come first serve, right? Do you think that's the way like life is, right? First come,
I
first
think
serve.
the game is the game. It's not even first come first serve. Because first come first serve, but like if I don't know who Tyson Sabatelli is.
Yeah.
So if the boy, but I do know who A-Reese is. So if my beat can be played
to more ears.
To more ears. I'm about that to a bit. Like it's always about like giving the song the potential to be the biggest it can be. Okay. So nah, the niggas can sleep, big dog.
But the thing is that
the poison can sleep.
How do you know? Like, what if I actually wish I was in a position of listening to both songs, right? And comparing, because also at the same time, you as a producer, how do you give like a beat? Like there's already an artist with a feature. With the feature, let's not forget. With the feature. So now you giving like Aries because like he's a bigger artist and probably your closer homie.
And Big Dog, I've never heard of the music industry having any type of like ethics. So the game is the game.
So basically we're saying it's unethical behavior.
I'm not saying it's unethical for them to be, because then what's ethical? What's ethical? Because it's not ethical to go hungry either.
No, I hear you in chat.
So I saw because you're speaking about hunger, I saw that on I think there was a space that they hosted on Twitter, where Tyson himself spoke on his business practices and was like, he has paid all the producers he works with and such, and then went on to say that they did it for free for Reese. But then, of course, there's the value add that you have to weigh.
That's what we're talking about. And I think that's what Big Dog at the back.
But is it fair? Is the question?
That's the question that was raised.
I'm saying it's fair, Big Dog, because I think at the end of the day, the most important thing also in the music, or if you're creating music, is the song, right? So if you feel like it's Reese is gonna give me a better song, let's even say away from the numbers game or whatever, let's just say he feels like Reese can give him a better song.
Yeah.
Right? He's at liberty, unless the songs are signed over or whatever contractually.
Yeah.
He's at liberty to be like, I want the best thing for my beat. It's his creation.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
That's a tough one.
No, I agree with him because as a producer, your prerogative should always be the best situation for the music you're creating. So I know you said even besides the numbers, but even that matters because numbers is visibility. So for a producer, it's when you are sitting in a position when you have to make that kind of decision, it's not an ethics and a morals decision. It's a
what works for me.
It's a business decision.
It's a business decision.
Now I hear that perspective, right, and I understand and agree with it. Now, my thing is, and this is where the business practice comes into question. My thing is, if this is a song you've already done with Tyson, why is Reese even hearing it?
Thank you.
For him to even feel like,
that he wants
actually, I want this. This
wait, did you not say the artist or the artist that was featured is the one that took it to Reese?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I don't know who took it to Reese. So the producer man also did put out a statement. He did. He did put out a statement, and I know you are a communications guy. So maybe you can help us out and read this.
Just read.
I don't know which one comes first or second. But
checking his DMs, now.
What? I don't even have activity in my DMs,
okay,
but
this is probably
if we're keeping it a bean.
So this is basically it, right? Where do we start? Why does it feel like I'm starting in the middle of both?
They both feel like the middle. That's why I couldn't decide which one was.
The only co-production Archie and anybody did was on the outro. And this would count as post-production, right? all
Which is a
directed
fact.
by me. So I think this is him. They did
Yeah,
that. All
he's
right, cool.
he's now breaking down the work that was done
Very fair.
on the music.
So the outro vocals Archie added were vocals written / based off the original vocal sample with his own twist. In quotes, it was called "I Want It All." Want it all, right? Close. You always tell me that you want it all. Oh no, that was a comma. So this, nah, bro. Hey, relax.
Take your time, big dog.
So basically, his own twist was, want it all. You always tell me that I want it all. He also added some drum elements. This happened over iMessage and not that session with Tyson. The rest of the outro, now guitar, synth, etc., etc., I did with my homies Chris Corgan and Lucas G over Discord cookup, right? Everyone on Wanted All plus the whole P2 is credited and has equal splits. It's not my job to collect everyone's split / royalties. I am a producer, not a manager. I'm a producer, not a man. Now it looks like it's starting again. Okay, so it goes like, so it's
that
clearly
means you
addressed.
should have started.
Maybe I have to run around, but it now goes like, Tyson, you are swaying off the original topic, and it's super weird how you claim to know so much about a group of people that you hate so much. But then again, love and hate me. But then again, love and hate are so closely related. You didn't get what you wanted, so you'll spew any bullshit you can. You'll spill any bullshit you can put up yourself and bring others down. It's also very hypocritical of you considering track record. Wow.
Wow.
It's also very hypocritical of you considering track record. Okay.
What does that mean?
I can see it, Joe. Mara, I think this was probably checked by like a grammar specialist or some shit, so it definitely has to make sense there. Always claiming victim, acting like everyone else is the problem, but there's no smoke without fire. People always show their true colors when they don't get their way and don't have control over themselves. It's very dangerous. Keep throwing your toys out the cat. Out the cot. Out the cat.
Out the cats is crazy, big dog. Like, what?
Out the cards, right? Seems to me like there's something deeper at play within your psyche that you gotta figure out.
That's a crazy thing to say to another man, though. That's a crazy thing to say to another man.
Respectfully.
He had to put it respectfully on that.
So,
and for me, also, even on the space, because I saw there were people who obviously screen recorded it and put out clips of it. I heard pieces where Tyson was also promising niggas hands. I think he's also ready to touch niggas.
If your name is Tyson, I'm scared of you.
I was dying
Tyson.
about that. Like, he was on the live on the space out there talking about, and we can do whatever when I see you.
At? That's my question. Is he angry at now?
I don't know how this whole thing started though, because this thing started when somebody brought up the fact that I think it's also all these things about people having songs written for them and this, that, and that. And then I think it came out that the song initially was a Tyson song, and then people had to explain how that happened and this, and I think people were kind of shitting on Tyson, saying, yeah, of course, come on, give it to Reese. And Tyson was like, let's not get it twisted.
I was here first. It's mine.
And I'm cool with whatever they did, but let's not play it like I don't know. It just seemed like a mess, and for me, it was like, why? So, another thing that matters to me, whatever this beef is happening, whatever it means, like, why is the hip hop scene only available for the beef and animosity, like
'Cause
just
there's
as
no
far
money,
just
my
as far as
bruv.
coming together. But
There's no
how does
money.
but the beef don't make money though?
Beef make money, bro.
Where?
Beef makes money because beef brings eyes, bro.
Show me.
Okay, so basically, how can I
And
put
don't
it?
tell me the Cass and
Nah.
AKA.
I'm gonna
That was
give
a
you,
one of one.
like that was a
Give me another
wild.
beef that
No, okay,
made money.
Think about it like, okay, a beef that made money. I don't
Yeah.
think we could say a beef that made money. Like there are a lot of them in here, but I can say beef that
But
brought
niggas been
eyes.
beefing.
Yeah, no, okay. Let's talk about Molly and the Hash. You know, Big Hash, right? At that present time, I mean, they beef and diss tracks and stuff like that brought more eyes to their brands as them as individuals, and also, I mean, like the streams go up because you're like, okay,
But for how long?
The thing is, that's the thing. You know, beef is meant to be cooked and eaten. So
Yeah.
it doesn't last.
But that's what I'm saying. So
doesn't
is
last.
it profitable really if it doesn't last?
Depending
Because
on how you use it.
beef, it's a moment. It's like,
Sure.
okay, it's hot right now, and people eat it
Tomorrow.
up right now.
Exactly.
But I feel like because then there's also the opposite spectrum of that whole thing. There's also hit songs.
Sure.
Hit songs last longer
Than a diss
and
track.
can feed the whole culture better than diss songs. Diss songs and beef will only work for two people. But my thing is, why do they not come together to celebrate hit songs the same way they do diss songs?
Because let's be honest, right? It's the culture, Joe. I think let's be honest, like hip hop and diss records and this and that and that. I mean, hip hop promotes I'm better than you, and clearly, if we're to put in a concept of Cyber Telly and now Aries,
Yeah.
if they give in to Aries, that means Aries is better than him. Respectfully, you know what I mean? No, like
Yes.
you know what I mean?
I
Because
hear
you
what you're
saying
saying.
you can do better for me, regardless of beat promotion or whatever. But you better, you can execute this.
But
now you're
that's-
gonna take it. That's hip
I
hop.
can't fully agree with that because that also is a very brand conscious decision. So a lot of the times people will go with the bigger brand. It's not necessarily always
Yeah.
you are better decision.
Sure,
I just want to put that out there.
No.
Not that I disagree. It's just that that's
No,
not
no.
always the case.
it makes sense. Like
but-
you
yeah,
can't
but I
be
think-
like a goldfish trying to swim with a shark.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So of course, like now, the other guy is the shark. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
always
Reese
gonna
is
get
the shark.
supported,
Yeah,
bro. Like flipping
for
cows,
me, like
bro.
on like with in any situation, if you have the opportunity to work with instead the bigger artist,
You're always gonna
go with that opportunity. It doesn't
More
matter
eyes.
who you have to sacrifice, even if it's your family.
This is what it is.
Tell
to-
them niggas.
It's at least an
Sit.
ethical business, but it's just business.
But
No,
that's
my
business. That's the thing is, what people don't understand, and I hate that I'm the one preaching this shit, but that is the characteristic of business for the most part. Like
Okay.
it isn't, and especially for people who do great at it. The
It's a
people
bottom
who
line
do great
decision.
at business are not.
They're not liked.
They are not.
Yeah.
They're not lying.
It's a
they're not
bottom
doing
line
the
decision,
ethical.
dog.
They're not doing the ethical.
No, which makes sense. I mean,
Because
I'm not
ethical is
disputing
hard. Ethical is hard.
being ethical.
I think it's good to be ethical, but like
It is.
But this is also, you have to remember also at the point it's like it's street ethics.
Sure. Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's a strategy. It's a
And the
strategy.
thing is, business is street.
Yeah.
It's like nobody cares about you out here, big dog. Nobody's out here checking for your feelings or like they do you dirty. And even I myself learned that from experience. I learned that the hard way. I realized it inside. Oh shit, they
It's
just
like that?
out here. It's,
I'm now outside.
it's like, nah, these people are not our friends.
I trying to peep what's going on inside.
But I wanted
Yeah.
to highlight your point on the why the people don't, why hip hop doesn't celebrate thingy as hard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like when it's not beef. I think even when it is the beef, it would be easier if they were releasing, like with the Casper and AKA beef, ne? We can look at it.
Beef and bangers.
No. But apart from that, what they did is they kept releasing music like thingy.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying. You
hip-hop
gotta have
doesn't
beef
release-
and bangers.
hip hop doesn't release music. Like not enough.
Okay, yes.
On a beef. Like
That's fair, but we've had good songs. For instance, right? There's the Smamane song, and that's doing great for hip hop right now. Even
whole culture.
even outside of hip hop, that's a song that people can. It's like a Sosh Plata was the last one to have that type of appeal, right? Even with the Sosh Plata and the Check by Usmaman, why don't we see the hip hop people, like the people in hip hop?
but then again,
I'm not even done saying what I'm saying, but you guys are already responding.
Because you're talking bombs. Respectfully.
What? Why don't we have people that will come out and celebrate that the same way they will come out and celebrate like the beef and the diss shit? That's my point.
or no.
Because also the hits and the bangers have more of a longevity.
Okay, so I think also that's because when you look at it, when it's a hit, all you can say is it's a hit. It's not a discussion. So with when you look at beef incites discussion. So what I think what then doesn't get done enough is that the discussion on lyrics, for example, is not covered enough. So that's another point that hip hop could discuss, but it doesn't discuss that enough. The discussion it's almost topic based.
Okay.
And my question is, why are hits not a topic? Like, why are bangers not a fire enough topic for hip hop to get around?
Because we just don't have enough.
Yeah, but the ones that we do have.
But that's the thing.
Yeah,
we have one.
Yeah, like
So
Okay,
why?
but
Okay,
the
how many-
point still stands.
No,
Why do we not have...
because
Okay, wait,
you
slow
can-
down.
okay,
Wait,
okay.
hold on. So we have one right now, but
Okay.
in the past, for instance, 2 years, we've had
Sosh Plata.
we've had Sosh Plata, we've had
Then
slick
there.
songs,
Yeah, yeah.
we've had, the songs where we have word songs like Lick Back and this, that, and that. These are moments that, if culturally we got behind them, would be bigger than they are now and would exist for longer than they do now if we actually got behind them. But they don't, because then it's just a flickering candle on its own until it dies out.
Yeah.
And it's so much harder to start from scratch and look for a new fire than to actually keep a fire burning and bring in more fire.
But I think also like with the way niggas release, the way hip hop cats release so slow, there's no way you could even keep a discussion up long enough for the next fire to come up. Like you can't, like.
But that's not the point. The point is, this is our product and it represents us and it's all we have. Like sitting here talking like spoiled brats, like we like now we need at least 5 a week for us to get behind it. Doesn't make any fucking sense. We are at the bottom. We don't have the luxury to sit here and talk about, but we ain't got the luxury. We need to make do with what we have, and if we can do better, then we can do that on the way. But sitting and saying, we're not gonna do anything until it's done the right way. It's like
my thing is just like hip hop as a whole, like it's just not a happy community.
And that is the point.
No,
It's
but
just
how do you come and say that? Like, for example, we're able to come and say Zenga's boring. I mean, not Zenga, man. What's this? The Drake beef is getting boring, right? Because now there's nothing to actually talk about, right?
Yes.
Nah? But then we can't come and say to the hip hop community, because I hope the hip hop community, the hip hop artists would listen, nah? And then to them, that, yeah, we can't talk about you because you're not releasing music. You're not. We can say that because they're not releasing it.
But we can't say niggas are not releasing music. Niggas are releasing music. It's just there's not as many.
They're releasing music.
You guys are wilding. There's not as many bangers as we like.
There's not a lot of bangers.
Which is why my cry stands.
But
Okay,
how
Why not appreciate the bangers we do have?
How many jobs? Can you talk
jobs.
about last week? Hip hop jobs, local hip hop jobs.
Baby Jackson came out last week. That was dope.
Let's dissect that a little.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
It's a good song.
I don't know, baby.
But how do we close the conversation that we just had?
Yeah, we can't. Let's go back.
What
to
is
Baby
the
Jackson
closing of that? And then we'll segue to.
I think for me, right. This is my closing. I think hip hop is just. It's not there. Like it's not a piano. Like let's all be happy and jolly together. You know, I don't think that's how. Just as
is it
whole.
conducive? We don't care how y'all feel. We're speaking as an industry and what would help us do better. Because when they're shitting on us on the net, we all feel it. Yeah? Sure. It's not a matter of, oh, no, it's only such and such that they're shitting on. And no, they shit on the whole thing and say, this whole shit is dead.
Yeah.
Fuck this handle. We don't do this handle. And not only do they say it on the net, it's present when you go outside.
Yeah. For sure.
You're lucky to get a dirty
set.
Just an hour set when you're at the club living, unless if you go to a hip-hop centric place. And I'm sorry if I'm the one to break it to you, but the hip-hop centric places is not where it's at right now.
It's not.
Just as far as iningizimu lonke, like if we are talking about the country's appeal.
Sure.
So I feel like hip-hop is too comfortable in their little niche corner and I don't understand it. That's what I'm expressing. Why is everybody comfortable here? We're coming from a space where we had been able to touch and conquer, like on some level, the mainstream space where it was like, okay, even the house niggas right now, like have to stand aside and say, okay, I know the hip hop niggas right now, they have it.
But it was the collaborative spirit at that time.
But that's what the fuck I'm saying. You're sitting here telling me, hip hop is not a happy corner.
No.
And we must accept that.
Listen, right? We have to be honest, right? At that time, there were more factions. Let me say that. There were more factions at that time. I think they are now, but at that time they were bigger. You knew you had the AK.
Why were they bigger? That's the question. Ask yourself that. Why were they bigger?
They were better. The bigger, the better.
They were better, but also how were they that exposed? Because you got a Forbes with a KO song. Sure. You got the crossovers.
Sure.
You don't get the crossovers nowadays.
No, and the Yanos be doing
Reese's
it too.
Camp, they do their own thing. And you get which we're going to talk about after this.
Right.
So luckily we do have the Reese and Blackie collab. But now, okay, fine, they do. But then you look at the rest. Tyson. Why is Tyson not on joints with all these niggas? Why is whoever not on joint? Why are these people not doing songs together? When you look at the new kids though that are coming in, that's better. They are doing way better. The Tonys, the G-Techs,
even collaborative. Like they want to work. Let's work. They just want to push work.
They cooking.
And like you guys are the problem then.
Who? Which guys?
They're saying you, the hot mans. They're calling you the hot mans.
No.
The hot mans are problematic.
Let me tell you why it can't be that.
Why?
It can't be that because ever since the niggas that came after us came in, the convo was always, if you look at any of the media that came out at that time, the convo was always, the young niggas are not trying to hear it from anybody. Sure. They here to do their own thing. So you can't base it on the example we had. And also, That's false because we were following the example from our big homies and theirs was collaboration.
Yeah.
If you look at Questa and X, Kid X,
Yeah.
and the collaboration was there. All the niggas were collaborating. Well, Casper and okay, the split actually came from the Casper and AKA beef.
Yeah.
That's why for me, I don't sanction the beef shit.
Okay.
Because it only leads to more pop
separation.
activity.
I hear.
That whole thing, if you look at that, even how it worked out, you're taking two of the biggest artists, right? So then there's the people who fuck with this guy, there's people who fuck with this guy. You're immediately splitting every single thing that is this hip-hop thing in half. And then in those halves, there are people underneath also who will split themselves within based on which half they stand on. So you end up just having this Nova fucking dam of splitness.
But
And
do
then
we-
when the splitness is there, we can't do business
But-
because it's all sorts of little small shops placed all over the
Yeah.
place. There is no, what do you call it? There's no,
Like safe house for everyone.
yeah,
If
but
you
there's
had to-
no, you're a businessman. There's
if
no
you had to do the combo though, né?
ecosystem.
Oh.
If you had to do the combo though right now, let's say 4 combos that you think could give hip hop a run,
Yeah.
right? Nah, off the top of your head, if you said like 4 combos that combinate like combos of artists, which artists would it
Yeah.
be?
I think that all the niggas who are on fire should work together.
Who's on
That's
fire?
simple, yeah.
Who's on fire?
Who's on fire?
My man is on fire.
Okay.
And
Black is on fire.
Okay.
Nasty's got some fire on him.
Always.
Reese is on fire.
4. Name 4. Name 4.
so you're saying
You're saying Tony's not on
No,
fire?
no. We say name 4. Like I think.
Oh,
where
you're
you
saying
trying to
that's
get to?
enough?
Yeah.
yeah,
all
no,
I'm saying is-
I'm just like trying to figure out
by
like
the
what
way,
would
it's
the recipe be
Exactly.
of
So
a run of tracks,
okay.
nah, that can, because I still say unless it's a run of tracks,
It's not about a recipe
Yeah.
and having specific targets and things that you hit. That's not how this thing works. This thing is about having an audience that you serve. So it's about bringing everybody together to work together so that the entire audience comes together. Right now, the audience is scattered. That's
So
why
you
we
need an
can't have.
Avengers.
That's why we can't have full-on impact because
Sure.
it's like Reese's impact here, Nasty's impact here, Blackie's impact here, Maclera's impact here, Smamane's impact
like
here.
you
such and
adding-
such.
actually I hear you.
It's like
maybe
That's nasty.
you
It's a
see,
chop for another day, big dog.
Did-
Focus. But like, it's like if it's not is it consorted?
yeah, consortium.
If it's not a consorted effort,
Oh, consorted. If okay.
it doesn't have consorted is the right word.
Yeah,
no?
yeah. I thought you
I
were
don't
saying
know.
something else.
Somebody
Yeah,
correct me
yeah,
in
but
the
it's,
comment.
it'll.
If it isn't that, it doesn't have the same impact.
I think
Like you, before the show started,
Sure.
you kept referencing Kakara. The reason why the impact of that thing was like that is because everybody participated. Even on the video,
Even
you
on
saw
the video.
everybody on there.
Yeah, as I was about to
So
say.
it brings the whole
came
thing together and it makes it feel like we are all doing this thing together and enjoying it at the same time. That then gives us our own lungs and own air to take it from there and move forward because all of our people are here at the same place.
I think it's gonna be like that now, though. Like I think
With the new
I
kids.
don't
Yeah,
think
I
so.
think there was a gap, right? And I think we have to accept the gap, you know, in terms of what happened. But now, if you look at everyone who's coming in, like they mess with each other, they roll together,
Yeah.
and it's that type of thing where I think they also have the common goal of make hip hop great again. You know what I mean? And when
Yeah.
everyone has a certain goal, they'll so you know that's how everyone is gonna come.
But
and
does
I think we need it.
everybody have that same goal? Because there's people in their own. The thing is, there's people in their own corner who feel like
I don't care.
we're not doing that. We
Sure,
don't care
sure.
about
But they'll
care
have
about
to.
all that as long as
feel like
we
it's a
good.
step in or step out.
But I think also
it's
looking
really
at,
that.
you know, like for example, the distortion tape with like, for example, the piano. When you look at it, nah, it's like everybody. It's like a lot of people.
Like 9
Precisely.
pieces, bro.
Just a lot of people.
That's why it's
And
impactful.
maybe that's what I'm saying, that maybe we need like more tapes like that from hip hop. Right?
Not maybe.
We do.
And not just tapes. We need on a movement level, because even with they are no niggas, even when they do shows, it's like
They will go
all
together.
the five
it
niggas
feels
gonna
like-
be out there. When we do shows, it's one five niggas show, and everybody he feels like is below him,
Sure.
that he's having
Facts.
open for him.
So you saying, are you saying that the
lineups for
problem
the
with
shows,
the
it's
hip
like
hop?
the piano
together.
lineups,
No.
though, it's like you get
Are you saying-
Tori Kazan, Gali Wonga, Foka,
and they're on like 5 posters in one night, and you're like, oh boy, and one is in like Limpopo, one Centurion, one Free State.
So
on the
piano
same
can
night.
have a great time at all times.
Oh.
But with hip hop, we all have to take turns. Oh, okay.
I hear
It's
you.
us, the Iversons, now it's our time.
It's competition.
It's
I
us,
think
the Somnyamas,
that's what
now
I'm
it's our
saying.
time. It's us, the
it's like
the
So maybe
slimes, it's our
the
time.
competitive
It's-
nature that
But
also
i-
sometimes
is
seeps
it
in.
is it an ego thing? Is it an
Yeah.
hip hop ego
Of
thing?
what I'm
course
saying.
it is.
That's what I was trying to say.
Of course
it's a
it is,
culture
but
thing.
to our own detriment is what I'm pointing out. And now what I'm asking is, how long are we gonna, even when we're at the bottom,
I think
even when we're at the bottom,
The time
Niggas
is
ain't
now.
hungry.
with the new
and this
people
come
I
to,
was my
and
man.
trust me,
The time
by
is
the
now.
way, this come together conversation is not just starting now. This
Sure.
conversation has been happening ever since the Forbes and Casper beef. That's when it started. Nah, actually, then hip hop was starting to sink.
Yeah.
When we were starting to see, hey, nah, actually, this thing is, and it's gone lower and lower and
Oh, yeah,
lower
can I
and
also ask-
lower, because the come together conversation has only stayed a conversation, has never actually really happened.
But don't you look at it? I mean, hip hop groups usually last the shortest already, right? So it's just that it's the ego thing. I mean, it has to be. Unfortunately, it's
Definitely,
the-
but all
the
artists
ego
have
thing.
egos. It's
Is
not
it-
just hip hop niggas.
But
Even
hip-hop
the
has a
hot
lot of, I'm
R&B
better than you.
niggas feel like they them
yeah.
niggas.
But
Yeah,
in
is
hip hop,
it-
you always want to be the best, and now
You don't think the Yano niggas have egos?
They do, but
You
they,
don't think
they know how
Dali
to
Wonga
brush it
has an
aside.
ego?
They can brush it aside.
Like Dali
bro.
has how many hits, big dog?
They can brush it aside.
And
bro,
he can
for
do the
bigger
topless
picture.
nigga and the baby screaming shit. You don't think that nigga has an ego? But he's smart enough to be able to do business. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm not saying let's be friends and let's
Sure.
kiss on the cheek every time we see each other. I'm saying business.
Sure.
And the ecosystem of hip hop needs for us to work on the same things. Not
I think-
That's why we have a live chop on the 16th
I think
of May. List.
even
That's
the
a good
reason,
plug.
bro. That's the reason.
these are the
Live chop,
things
pull
to
up,
address, yeah.
see, get collaborations, get enter
Like,
into the ecosystem. You know,
Let's
that's
stop the
those are
fuck
things that are
shit.
needed.
We
Can-
don't have the luxury.
is-
wait, can I
needed.
ask also the question of, is it also a lack of a label thing? Like
Nah.
Everybody trying to be
Wait.
independent.
like let me
Yeah,
in terms of
finish
the
what you're
artist
saying.
development stuff with the labels, they'd always create. I mean, like the last time we saw
Yeah.
like major impact, it was, for example, with the Ambitious Situation. That's
Yeah.
when also they did like a real thing with hip hop, you know?
Facts.
And that was, the collaboration thing was a real thing because of the label,
Yeah.
right? So is that something
Not
that
just because of
maybe
the label though, but because that just was the flavor at the time.
Mm.
Because it was happening outside of Ambitious as well.
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean?
Collaboration as a theme was happening outside of Ambitious as well. That's why that's the only reason I'm interrupting, but
Yeah.
continue to make your point.
Yeah, so with the with being able to do that, do the artist grooming thing, like move, even in terms of moving together, right? Like you were saying, a lot of those elements come in when you have not only like a joint financial goal,
Yeah.
right? But also, you guys, your egos aren't gonna get involved because, like, even if they do get involved, there's like a bigger party that's like, yo, to kind of call you into order.
Yeah.
So with the indie game, everybody just like, you
Can
know
I add on
what?
to
I
that?
can throw my toys. There's no structure to it.
Can I
There's
add on?
no. So that's what I'm kind of like saying. Maybe
Yeah,
Vuliport.
the indie game is problematic without artist development. But
So
yeah.
I wanted to say, I think when it comes to that, or do you think? Okay, I can't answer your question with a question. That's dumb. But I'm actually about to do that.
You can, because we'll help you.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're on your
No.
side.
So basically, do you feel like hip hop doesn't have a lot of mentors anymore, and that's why they quick to hold like mentors? In terms the guardian angels, right? In terms, everyone wants to push this whole independent thing. Like, let's be honest,
Yeah.
right? I'm an independent
Okay.
artist. I'm in this. I'm in this. But within that, like, do you think there are enough frontmans now to be like, boys, calm down. This is the way. This is the way to go.
And to be
There
honest,
are
I've
enough.
seen work.
Let me
yeah.
answer. There are enough frontmans, but there aren't enough youngins listening, and
Oh.
that's why
Yeah.
I even pointed out the fact that
Dang.
from the youngins that came after us already, like, because when you look at us, right, me, Kid X, AB Crazy, and all sorts of people come from Loki and Roy. We come from. Let me not even count Loki and Roy because that's KO, but that's also a Grootman. And we come from the tear gas umbrella.
Yeah.
Those are experienced veterans who were leading us in what we were doing. That's why we could get it right for the climate we were working in.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with Questa. Slicker, OG, Mentor, can give you all the, Same thing with Casper.
Java.
Jabba, Mentor, give you all direction. This and that, all of that. So that's why we were able to learn certain things that, and for me, I understand the new kids, by the way, because we came in the same way. The only difference is we had big homies that said,
Talk to.
nah,
Calm down.
I understand why you feel that way and why you want to do it like
Sure.
that, but that's not going to work for this and that and this and that reason. Nowadays, because since Casper was the first one who made the independent thing look delicious, and I
very
do
much
it my
so.
own way.
Thank you.
Fire. But he made that look good having already had a mentor. That's
Sure.
the difference. Now, everybody else that has followed him after that are literally just niggas that literally did it on their own.
Yeah.
No big homie, no like veteran from the industry to get advice from and to just doing it their own way, freestyling and making their own rules. So that's the reason for the position we're in now, which is fine. That's cool. All I'm saying is people can do whatever they like. Like, people can be indie, do whatever, have their own groups and have their own shits. But hip-hop can only, as a genre, because we cry about it as a genre, so as a genre can only come up if it happens all at the same time.
Sure.
And that takes collaboration because other people are on fire while other people are in the dust, and then other people are in the dust while other people are on fire. But if we can say, okay, I'm
Everyone
on
is in the
fire,
fire.
let me plug you with the fire, Pete. Let me
Sure.
plug this man with the fire, plug this man with the fire, and you on fire, plug that man with the fire, plug that man with the fire. We can all have some fire right now. You feel
all
me?
needs.
And the thing is, the best part about this whole idea is the people at the top don't lose anything. Instead, they gain.
Sure.
Like niggas like AKA Casper and KO, who were at the top of the golden era, they gained by co-signing other people. AKA gained by bringing in a young. KO and Teargas gained by bringing in a cash time. Like Slicker gained by bringing like these. You gain from doing that.
And
So the niggas who are on fire right now, they lose nothing from putting on other niggas and making them on fire.
because to your example of the current, I mean, like maybe right now, I don't know if I can say. I think Matlega's the hottest right now. Like he's on heat and he's
You're saying he's top one?
Right now?
right now in
Right
hip hop.
now?
Yeah,
Right now?
yeah.
You want to think about it again?
Nah, yeah. I thought I'm about
do you
the.
mean by that?
No. I'm just trying to
Without
make
a
sure
doubt.
that.
Saying is inaccurate.
No.
Victor,
Is
Subjective.
his
No.
take accurate though?
No. To him. Yeah.
do you think there's someone better than Matlega right now?
Hotter. You said it's the
Hotter.
hottest. You
Yeah,
can't,
no,
you
Yeah,
can't go
hotter.
from hot to
yeah,
better.
yeah. Okay,
This is why.
yeah.
I was gonna
No.
try it.
Actually,
So this is why I hate
no, we can
arguing.
keep it.
That's why I hate arguing with people because they'll
say
slightly
hotter?
change
No.
the
The hotter. You
premise.
can even say hotter.
It's like
hotter.
big dog.
I-
You went from
hotter.
hot to
To
better.
better.
Like those are two different
You better listen.
conversations.
Hotter.
Hotter.
I don't
Is
think.
there anyone hotter than McLaren right now?
I don't think so.
What do you think?
I think this my man is hot, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's hotter than McLaren.
No. Like
Who?
I think he's
My man
he's
is hot, yes.
in the
Yeah, but
streets,
not
like, in terms of
McLaren
current
hot.
conversation.
But the prompt is
no. Hotter, yeah.
Matlega.
is it hotter than McLaren?
Yeah, people
Check
are talking
is
about
hot.
that guy.
He's got a
Check is
hotter
hot.
song.
He's got a hotter song.
Check
definitely,
is
right
hard.
now.
Check is hard. Like there's
Yeah,
a
the
difference
song
between
he has a hotter
Check
song,
being
but is he
hard
hotter
and-
than
No,
McLaren?
Matlega's an artist.
Yeah, he has a
though.
very hot
He has
song.
a very hot song.
Who?
But yeah,
He has
continue.
the hottest song of the
Right now.
of the quarter.
Dango.
He has the hottest song in hip
Who's my
hop
man?
right now.
Ah,
Yeah.
For sure.
much.
For sure.
Facts.
All right, but
For sure.
let's finish
But
up
is
with-
he hotter than McLaren? That's the question.
Oh no, overall, definitely not. But he's probably no.
So who's because you
McLaren's
challenged
hotter. Let's
because you
finish it.
challenged
Yeah,
Sure.
No, I'm saying you challenged his take. So
Yeah.
who do you think anyone else is hotter than McLaren right now?
Nah.
On
let me
heat.
change- Yeah, nah. In terms of,
But
like,
I was
yeah,
saying
no.
on the Matlega
Is
point, what
Somyama not
Nah, some Yama is hot, but like
it's not hotter than McLaren?
not
Man,
Matlega.
I just feel like McLaren.
I'm asking. I'm just asking
I was saying,
questions.
I just feel like McLaren is in his.
Huh?
Some Yama's hot,
Hey,
but
right now,
like I think for me, one maybe kind of like back off was just that type of thing. Like I feel like McLaren is hotter in the like national right now, the bigger name, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone knows McLaren, but I think he's on a kind of slump right now in terms of musicality.
Slump is a crazy
yeah, no,
Crazy.
that's not making
word.
sense.
He's
big
in
dog.
absolutely no slump.
I
Must
mean,
use your adjectives
McLaren is
correctly.
in
I will
absolutely
say it
no
again.
slump.
No, like in
nigga.
terms of something that's popping on the street. I'm not talking about a verse from Promise and stuff like that. I'm saying current pop hit, like pop hits.
Okay, but what's currently popping?
Check.
Only
What
check.
else?
That's
What
not
else,
Somyama,
though? What
though.
else? What else, though?
'Cause
Check.
that was just to the point that like with the mentor game, that's a need because I think Matlega's always like communicated how much Cooley was able to like kind of show him the same situation like you're saying with
Yeah,
the
he also has an OG. That's why he moves.
that's
so
why
well.
he moves so
Exactly.
well. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cool. Yo, my
So the Ntwanas go get
Everybody
the
with an
OGs.
OG,
Everyone with
you
the
can
OG,
tell
that's
from the
thing.
movement.
The
It was
guy is looking
okay.
at business on point. This on point. Like production point. Like you know, it's
But
moving.
my question also has to be on that, ne?
Sure.
With, for example, other genres, you're able to see OGs kind of create like quite a number of niggas, ne? Like they can like kind of make a couple of niggas pop off. And then this situation, like with the hip hop, like for example, you keep naming one person after another. Like Slicker has your quester that you can look at, and then this person will have maybe this other person, but the concept of them having like Pori or the piano hub
Pori has
situation.
like-
and-
Potty has like at least 20 niggas that he
Exactly.
can point at. It's
like
crazy.
that's my thing. Like with those hotmans,
Yeah.
with the house and other genre hotmans, there's the ability to create quite a number, a couple. But then with the hot ones on the hip hop and it's a one by one situation, it feels like it.
Egos and like the competitive
Yeah,
nature.
I mean,
It's that.
because that spirit itself has left the building. The spirit itself of OGing and having an OG has left the building. But we've cried enough about beefs and maybe no collaboration. Let's talk about collaboration that does happen. Which for me, I feel like the Somnyama and Blackie relationship is extremely healthy for SA hip hop. You see, that is a great example of the type of shit that should be going on.
Yeah.
We need more of that type shit to be going on. Wait, what did I say?
Type shit.
Oh, is that what I said? Oh,
Type
Somnyama
shit.
and it's the excitement. It's the excitement. Somnyama and Reese. Somnyama and Baby Boy collab is perfect for hip hop, and I feel like more of them type collabs is what should be happening. You see, that is what can put a light on the fact that there's something actually happening out here that's cooking. It's like, even with this Baby Jackson song that came out, regardless of what you think of the song, which we can talk about because I heard you say some other things, regardless of what you think of the song, the attention that it brings, and it's not okay, they fighting, let's come and watch, and then we leave. It's like, oh shit, these niggas make fire music together, so we'll stick around for this. Like, if they could give us another, it's like when AKA was making hits with Anati, or when Casper was making hits with Anati, it's like, oh, this we can stick around for, or when Luna was making hits with KO, or whoever was making hits with whoever, it's like, oh, we're here for this because it's gonna be good times going down forever. I feel like we need more of that. I think Reese right now might be ahead of the game actually as far as the collaboration extension. If you look at his record, I mean, he's a hard to reach man. I can see your face. But if you look at his record though, because he's got songs with 25K, he's got songs with almost all the niggas, no? He doesn't have a song with McLaren, eh?
Reese.
No, no
I've
song with
never heard of it.
McLaren.
If
But
there is out there.
hopefully they cook that. I'm sure that is possible. I hope. I don't know.
Like,
But he's been receptive to some of the niggas, no?
No. I think we have to. I have to start off by saying I love the way Blackie positioned himself in the industry. I think
He's
that guy
done the
made
best work.
You know what a Dawood sandwich is, bro. Like,
That's my favorite guy.
like he is like so like when he got in here, I'm here to make good music. I don't care who I'm working with. I don't care what you guys are dealing with. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a good track in the studio, irrespective of who you are and who you're beefing.
And shout out to him. I saw him even jamming
Facts.
to. There's that video of him,
With Smart Man.
dancing to the
because
Smart Man
he's
jam. Like
he
he's just,
acknowledges good music.
he's
bro.
just about the vibes for
Exactly.
real.
So,
And
like-
but he also, you know what? Nah, actually, shout out. Can people? I don't know who his hot man would be, right? In terms of who's the OG guiding him, but he's a different cat. Like the amount of music Blackie released, like. He carried hip hop at some point.
Now Blackie is smart.
Like he
did.
carried
He's
the whole
definitely
industry.
smart.
He carried hip hop
Like,
in
Blackie moves the
features
smartest.
even, bro. Like
Blackie moves the smartest. Blackie moves how all the niggas when they were hot should have moved.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he took a page out of the Lil Wayne book of movements. Because that's the same way Wayne established himself as
every
who
pocket.
he is. When he was hot and anybody needed him,
He was there.
he was right
He was
there
making rock
to
music.
put that shit on fire. Like, and let you know that it's not a mistake that I'm who I
Yeah.
am right now. And T-Pain and Akon established the same type of things about themselves. Like when T-Pain and the auto-tune and those hooks were the most fire thing
Everyone
to get,
was on every hook there was.
T-Pain didn't keep that to himself.
Danko.
Whoever needed it, I got you.
Sure.
As long as the streets know that T-Pain's got the streets on fire right now, he loses nothing. Even if he puts somebody else on fire, that's fine. What do you lose from putting someone else on fire? In fact, we're
just
going to come
gained
here
it,
on the
bro.
Culture Chops
Yeah,
and
like,
dub
bro,
you and
exactly.
be like, oh, actually, the person who co-signed that
this
person
guy and-
was that nigga when they did
Like-
that joint.
What I just want to say is that, like, even though the collaboration is good for the game, right? Which I think it is, right? I think it's amazing. I think we also shouldn't, as consumers, always think it's gonna be a hit. You know what I mean? I think we should appreciate the music that's created without now having like an expectation of, like, guys, I'm not saying if it's pop, it's pop. If it's not, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, two good, like, people can be two amazing individuals, but they're not always gonna cook up a good stew, bro.
Yeah, but if it's not a good song, then they don't have to put it out.
No.
It's that simple.
That's the thing. Like, here's the difference.
It's that simple.
No. I think
Don't drop it if it doesn't
keep
fire.
keep it at home, Victor.
No,
keep
it's
it.
not even like keep it.
Just
but
don't
that's the
drop
thing.
it.
Like some. Tell me I'm wrong, but like some songs can be just like actually very average, but because of the hype behind them, you know what I mean? They do get the traction and now.
But that's why I'm saying don't drop it if it's not a fire song.
But guys, music is subjective. Like, you know what I mean? That's the problem right there. Like, I
But
might
if you
find
do the numbers,
Even this music is subjective take for me. Someday we have to come back and combat it, but that's another day. Like, because certain things like really,
if it-
really do show themselves. Like
yeah.
bro, I
certain
heard.
things like have results that are objective.
I heard.
It's like this we all fuck with. Yes, you have your own pocket, like where it's like, okay, subjective, you fuck with that pocket.
Sure.
We don't all fuck with it. But there's things that we all fuck with.
Like, I heard.
Like when God's plan comes on,
Yeah, no.
we're all having a good time.
I heard, right? Just to further put my stamp down, right? One of the biggest songs in 2022, right? By one of your actually good friends. They had a listening session, and everyone in the room was kind of shaky about that song,
Yeah.
and it ended up becoming one of the biggest songs in the continent.
Yes.
But that's the thing. If
What
you
song is
believe,
this?
I'm not gonna say.
But then what you're
what's
saying
okay.
means
That's
nothing.
not a secret.
This is secret information, Joe.
How is it secret if it
All I
already
gotta
happened?
say, it had Blackie, Youngstana, and Grootman.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
so
not a
sad.
secret. We all know that song.
No, so
Fuck, nigga.
I'm just saying, like,
So
the
what?
thing is that, like, someone could have, like again, like,
When
if you
he
believe,
played
man,
me that song
if you
before it came
believe-
out, I told him that's a hit. What? That's a hit. Whoever didn't think that's a hit should not be giving advice on music. Should shut up and go home.
hey man,
That
this
was
man
a hit.
didn't think his own song was a hit. Bro. He didn't even
Yeah,
think his
that
own song was
happens.
a hit.
But he's an artist. But A&R, they know what's a hit. So you know who he had?
Sure.
He had Jerome. Jerome knew it was a hit. And whether Mamane knows it's a hit or not, he has somebody there who said, Big Dog,
It's the
you
hit.
see this joint?
It's a hit.
We're about to push this joint.
True.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if other niggas don't believe it. It's the result that matters. What was the result of that song?
I did numbers. It was big. It was
That's-
crazy.
The biggest numbers that have been done
I
of
said-
all time.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it just counts, man. Like, sometimes I think we
That is
actually
what
saying the
counts
same
more
thing.
than opinions.
I think we actually
The
saying
result
the same thing.
counts more than opinions.
Yeah, you see that whole result chat and stuff. It's also
Yeah,
you know,
like the quote he says, dog. There's a
I think
part
we're
where he
making
was
we're saying
like,
basically one
As
of the
long
same
as they have
things.
the big homies will let them know whether
It's
this
the one or
one
the
is the
not.
one or not.
I feel
And the big homies know because they have experience. They've played this game for years and years. They know. And I don't want to just leave it at that, because there's also a new wave where there are hits that are not conventional. And the OGs know the conventional shit, or the shit that has become conventional. But then there's also a breakage of boundaries that happens where a song like even Smamane's Check,
Yeah.
that's not a conventional hit. That's not a spec, for lack of a better word, because I can't find the actual English word right now, that you could have given to any artist and say, do this on a song and this will become a hit. No, absolutely no other rapper could have just come on and just said, I just need to check, how am I? And just like take their time and make that. No, that's something that's specific to him. That's his juice, and that translates to people in a different way. There are special cases. And me and Fox had this conversation on the other chop where it's like, people look at special cases and think they can be the same thing. No. You, big dog, have to follow the rules like everybody else.
Not always gonna happen the same way.
Blackie, Mamane, and them type niggas is special cases.
Okay, what's a conventional hit maybe that you've peeped over the last maybe 2 years?
2 years is tough because we don't have hits, first of all, because hits are crossover, mainstream. So if you say that, that becomes tough to deal with, because what song do we have that's crossover and mainstream from hip hop that is a hit that we can say? But now I'll bring out anyone. Like, let's say, for instance, A Spirit, which is a hit that Questa made, right? Questa is he's a Kasi rap punchline, almost battle rap type of rapper coming up, but gets into the industry and understands that conventionally and mainstream wise, to appeal, I will need them Zongongo from Makwa, which is a sound that a South African consumer across board, regardless of whether they fuck with rap or not, will be able to understand. So that's the first order of business taken care of. And then he will not come on the song and start barring up. No, that's not what we're doing, because conventionally, and I am in South Africa, and to appeal on a mass level and on a mainstream level, that's not what's going to do it. So he's going to slow it down and do his almost quieto-ish handle. Why? Because that conventionally is proven, and he proved that because that worked for him as well.
Proven concept.
Right? That is conventional. There are things that are textbook, that if you tick these boxes, this is a hit. It's like, for instance, when we made Lala, sonically, beat, hit already, before you even add the content on the thing. That beat is a hit already. Now, all you have to do is take the content that is appealing and makes sense. Very current, very relevant, very can appeal, and to all South Africans, not a certain niche. There's not a South African in this country that can hear that and not understand that message and be like, shit, it's got a point. There, you tick that other box. So that means everybody's listening, and then sonically, it's Afropop. Almost every South African can relate and hear that. Like, there are conventional things that you can tick off of and teach any artist and be like, if you can tick these boxes, you have a good song on your hands.
On the situation, for example, like with Spirit, they were like you had said, it was already a proven concept with even Ngoto. which had come before, already proven concept, do you then look at, for example, the when Hawema, I mean not Hawema, what Check,
yeah.
nah, when Check comes out, and then you've got the
Probably
situation.
people who call it how it out.
Yeah. No,
we
I
can
think-
forgive you for that.
No. Which is probably the thing. However,
very probable.
because it's such a catchphrase
That's
that is
the catchy-
relatable to the
Yeah.
whole nation. But
So-
proceed.
So if you have that, is that what starts the sound? Is that something that you can start a sound off of? Maybe to like
No, and that's why I call those cases special.
yeah, the
it's
next
like
one won't be
when
the same.
Nasty made Hell Nah.
Yeah.
Hell Nah was probably one of his biggest and most crossover songs, excluding the Lemonade verse,
Yeah.
where Sauta as a whole was listening to him and enjoyed him, not
Sure.
just the hip hop corner or just his fans or people who are like tapped into his shit and his international fans. It was like in Sauta, we all were like, yo, this
Yeah.
kid and this Hell Nah song. So that is a special case. It's okay, he did that twice actually, because he did special case with SMA also, and that's how that goes to prove how
R&B.
talented Nasty
Oh, even
and how
particular.
special
I'm a
he
particular.
is. Right? But that's not necessarily
but-
him.
yeah,
That's not his
yeah,
song.
that's the thing.
That's more Pori.
Sure.
Because that's Pori's
guys,
work.
yeah.
But I'm talking about his work specifically. Like, he did the job. Like, SMA is him. That's a beat he chose. That's an approach to a song he chose. And I'm pretty sure even Rolene, like the direction, I'm sure he directed the song. It's his song. It's his direction. And he was able to catch something special, and that went crazy.
Crossover.
That is not something you can always necessarily repeat. So there's those situations. It's like Blackie with yeah times 4.
Yeah.
If
You can't-
Blackie drops a year times 4 now, it's not going to be as big as
The
year
yeah
times
times
4
4.
when year times 4 came out.
big fact.
Because that type of song doesn't become a hit in this country typically.
Sure.
So it's not
That's true.
a formula you can feed to other people and tell other kids, follow this formula, you will have a hit. It's not as guaranteed as something that is proven. Like if you go for this texture of sound and this language in approach and this delivery in style, you may be more in a space where people can hear you and accept you and appreciate you. For instance, that's exactly how a KO has more of a hit ratio than
Yeah.
everybody else, because he
Relativity.
understands that.
Sure.
And that's why he can make a Sete where he nails it better than everybody has ever nailed it, because he understands the sonics and the game. Okay, sonically, Afro beats right now is the hottest sound internationally.
Fair.
Not in Southern, not in wherever. Internationally, hottest sound. And this was obviously before the Yanos took over. The Yanos now, I feel like, is above Afro beats. And then he makes his Afrobeat song, and he picks young Stunner, who makes not only the most spiritually connecting music, but is a part of the hottest genre in the country right now. So texture-wise, as far as vocally, he is a sound that is easy to the ear. It's easy to accept. As soon as, because of all the hits that Stunner has made, as soon as we hear him,
Wanna listen.
we are easily ready to
Sure.
accept
It's a hit.
whatever is given us, right? But on top of that, he's also super great at what he does, because that hook was great. So for that selection, nailed it again, big dog. And that's because of what you understand about the game. And then went and took the hottest and the newest flavor from hip hop. And not just any of them, because he doesn't want a rap verse, right? He understands that we are making Afro beats. Who better?
To sing.
The guy, Blackie, who has shown by making
Gwenzekile.
Gwenzekile and the birthday song. He has shown that he is capable
versatile.
and ready to step outside and can still appeal when he does that.
Sure.
Literally ticked everything. You can't miss. Like by the book, you can't miss with that song, because by the book he has ticked. So even before you get to sonically what it sounds like, just by the book,
A collaboration.
contextually, he's already ticked off so many things that are right. Now all they have to do is everybody who is involved in the project just has to perform well, and the audience will be happy. And everybody performed well, and the audience was extremely happy. So that's what I mean. There's a difference between people who have special moments and what works.
Sure.
Two different games.
There's a recipe in this country.
And a lot of the times, especially in the hip hop niche and corner, people see what worked for a certain nigga, and because they have no guidance and no experience of what the SA music industry is, because also you have to be very aware of the fact that you are playing the SA music industry. Yes, that's where you exist. Until such a time where you cross over, then you can go ahead and do whatever you like, big dog. But even there, they need you with your support of your people. Your people have to have been the ones who champion you to get there.
Can I ask a question on Yanga though? Like for example, like Yanga Chief.
Okay.
Right? Like on the understanding on like the conventional situation and all of that. He makes, I think, very, very unconventional music. Like in maybe, I don't know, maybe to the ear or to what, but like the sound is always very, very distinct.
Which song would you say is unconventional, and which song would you say is his biggest song?
Young Chief's biggest song right now.
This is probably
Is
Young's
his
biggest
biggest
song ever.
Yeah,
you think so?
yeah.
Is Utatako bigger than what was that Afro-popish song he had on the?
The
What was that
remix
song
was
where on the video he goes and looks for a job? What was that song called?
Yeah, no. If it's not coming to mind, Utatako is definitely the biggest. Yeah, no.
That's a
Utatako
fair
was big.
point, but it
Utatako
may
also,
not be true, because already as I look at the
numbers.
Okay, no.
Utatako's like up there.
Utatako, the original, is 800K views on YouTube.
Okay.
200 has 1 million views. Unconventional also. The Ntonina has 1.8 million. Tatako remix, which is I assume why you guys say
Crossover.
that is the 3 million. That's you know.
Crossover. Ticked every box from hip hop, Ricky, to female. He had D Koala, right?
Yeah.
She killed that verse.
No,
They killed that entire
that
thing.
song was crazy.
Was it Boiti or D Koala?
No, it was Boiti and.
It was both, because I'm trying to like kind of like shout that verse, and I'm like, no, man, why am I having two female voices here?
So
I can't remember.
So with the situation like Yanga, for example, is the music,
but the language. Don't forget the language. Very conventional language.
Sure.
No, I get that.
Like that's top 2, no? After Zulu.
Yeah, top 2, 3, somewhere there.
As far as your reach.
Gone.
I get
but
that.
But sonically unconventional, but conventional in his approach, though.
Yeah, no, I'm not even like disputing the conventionality thing, but like it's not someone that, like you said, for example, would tick his music would tick all those boxes. Generally,
Which boxes? Which boxes do you feel like he doesn't tick?
Like sonically, I think
Probably
like you,
the only
like
box.
like it's and not to say it's bad. It's just
it
very
isn't.
different. Yeah,
It is good. It's actually
it's very
good.
different. That's why.
Okay, but sonically, I agree. So you don't have to go any further. I agree. He's not conventional sonically, but everything else he does on a song, how is that?
Yeah.
Conventional or not?
Nah, he's good. His verses.
No. He's nice.
He's nice.
I think the
What
conventional.
I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
let
does his style appeal
to the general public.
to mass
Yeah.
audience or not?
I think it does. I
So
think it
what-
does because he's got a melody.
So there it
He's
is,
not
big
rapping
dog.
too
That's
hard.
why it
Yeah.
works.
Nah, I
Because
get
as much
you.
as he may have an unconventional backdrop,
Sure.
everything else he's doing is from his conventional learnings. It's the things that he learned being around a slicker, being around a quester, being around cast time niggas. Like, he saw those things and learned them in that time. Oh, okay, these are the
got the
little
formula.
nuggets that
Yeah.
make things work. That's why he was able, that's why Super Mega chose him. Because he had
Like,
an
yeah.
understanding of those nuggets.
Sure.
And that's what Super Mega had always wanted without having to be, because before Younger, he would have to get a feature
Yeah.
from one of the
Fully-
other niggas
that will publicly
to
or mass
put
bring
him
the
in that
masses,
place.
Yeah.
But when he had Younger with him,
Yeah.
Younger could give him that juice,
Yeah.
and then he could take that and make that.
AKA
thing.
was on Professor Jam stuff, you know.
But that's what it takes to
Yeah,
be
to be
any
the
of them
best thing. That's how I
niggas.
was like, oh, like he had like, yeah, no, that was
So,
crazy. Oh, wow.
Younger definitely knows how, like, Younger wrote some of AKA's biggest shit. Like, as far as like the hooks,
No,
like the
def-
most important places of the song. Like for instance, Run Josie.
That's the most important.
The hook made that relate the way that it did. Like if it didn't have that hook, then
wasn't gonna
Kosi
be the same.
Sigelele and
Tina,
that,
Nana Make.
Yeah.
taking that World Cup TKZ moment and mixing that with a new age Tweezy beats and fire raps from KO and AKA is an amazing blend. That's a winning blend. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Younger knows and understands certain jewels and things to place in the music
certain
that
parts.
make it relate
Sure.
on a national level. That's why he's able to do that, regardless of his beat selection, which is a similar power that Blackie has. Regardless of his beat selection, unless when he's deciding to go super trap, and
Yeah.
then he doesn't necessarily relate on a national level. But for us who are still hip hop niggas, we know how to relate to that. But he also does know how to step outside of that and pick a beat that
Accommodates
nationally will hit,
the national-
and then address it in a way where nationally it will hit
Dango.
as well.
So there's a formula to this thing.
Excuse
mean-
me, there's a formula
There's a formula.
to
Oh
most
yeah,
things.
and actually I wanted to ask also on the combo games, right? For the Tabo, the come on, Tabo Kimesi, kana Tabo Kimesi, kana
Tabo
Touchline.
touchline,
Yeah, touchline.
touchline,
Tabo Mapukla.
ne?
Watch your mouth, nigga. Touchline, yeah.
On the touchline ginger trill situation, right?
Yeah.
Nah, that was hip hop again coming together, right?
Yeah.
How would you guys rate the impact of that? Because with Reese and Blackie, we've got like another element, and then you've got other elements, other combos happening. So when we look at that combo
I
for
think
hip
that
hop,
Makes sense for
That
them.
was a great idea. That was also good for SA hip hop, like, because, and maybe on an impact level, the reason why that may not be as impactful as a Blackie and a Reese coming together is because of the artist stature.
yeah,
So that matters as well, but that energy still was positive and great for SA hip hop. Like, we wanted to see that and we were happy to see that and we enjoyed that. Like Trill and Touchline coming together is some of the best shit that has happened in the past. I don't know how long. Like shout out to DJ Clan because the first time they came together was on his album. What was that album called again? Viral, I think it was called. Shout out to DJ Clem because then from that, then they went and did their own solo,
Careers.
well not solo, but
venture.
joint album. Joint
No, I
venture,
think
businessman.
it's the stature level because it has to be. I mean,
Yeah, the stature matters.
The bigger the stature and the hold you have in the game, right? I mean, that means the bigger the impact. You know, like right now, the Slimes and I don't know what Blackie really calls his fans. I don't know.
I don't know if they have a name,
I
but
don't know. I think he has to come up with that. But I mean, the hold that they have.
the Somnyamas.
You know, the Somnyamas. So that the reach that they kindly have is just incredible. So when those two kind of like giants come together, the impact is greater. Not that the Touchline one was not like it was needed for the game.
All of it matters.
They're crazy, bro.
We need all of it. We need all of it.
Goodness.
We need it at the top. We need it at the bottom. We need it at the middle.
It's a sandwich.
We need it at the
Sandwich.
bottom center, top right. We need it everywhere. We need it to happen at all points.
Because for me, it's someone like Touchline, who again is another person that's released music consistently for a minute
Definitely.
now. Like he's been like
He's hot. Touchline is hot.
You can't.
Which is why that was fire, because Touchline went and got it in with somebody who's not as hot as him. Respectfully.
I don't want to beef with Touchline because I am a fan, but
No,
like,
not beefing.
like I need to understand what the definition of hot is.
Hot.
I don't wanna beef with Touchline.
The thing is,
like, what?
there's different levels of hot. There's people who are on fire because they've been able to create a corner and a niche for them, and maybe not everybody can see that, but that still is fire because it does have motion.
No, it
And then
does
there are
have
people
motion.
who are on fire because we can all see them and they are doing the most.
No, I'm not.
So it's two different levels. There's two different distinctions of fire.
Of fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Touchline may not be Reese or Blackie fire, but he's on fire. He's definitely not dim or not somebody we're not looking at. When Touchline puts out, we're trying to see what that is.
No, for sure. And like I said, Touchline, Chaka, I listen to all the numbers.
Well, you can't see you on the camera, so you're safe.
Yeah, no, I'm safe. But also, I'm
gonna go
a fan.
leak when I come back. I'm gonna wrap up the show. Yeah, that's fine. No, let them chop it, man.
Let's chop. Let's chop.
On top of my show.
So Vele, you are scared to beef with Touchline.
No, Touchline's got bars, guys.
Nah, it's
but I don't
crazy.
understand why, why Touchline doesn't have a hit yet.
Nah, I think it's national.
Like, I'm not
related.
even saying like he should have one or whatever, but like I don't get, because it's a conventional thing that
Yes, sir.
thinking. Because is it also the fact that he doesn't have an OG? Like maybe that we can directly say this is the hot man that's guiding him or what? Because Touchline been heat for a minute and he has loyal fans.
Yeah.
Like, we're not doubting that. We're not doubting that he's moving. But like, it's like, you heard enough.
Is in the Pro Kid era. Now I think to be quite honest, right?
Pro also, like, rest in peace to the. But he does not have the best proteges out there. Right
I'm
now.
so dead.
But like Red
for
Button
me-
is not doing my man's justice whatsoever.
I think what's this when it comes to artists as a whole, now I have this weird take that I'm always just telling my friends that like sometimes not that it's not your time, because sometimes your time from a national perspective never comes. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think just how can I put this, bro? Just I don't know.
Because I don't
I
get
don't
it.
know why it's
Big
not
Dog.
perfect. Like in terms of like street
it seems
hotness,
like there's a conventional way of doing it.
and it's national relativity. That's the
You
that's
don't
the
think
South
you don't
African
think you don't
sauce.
think you don't.
And he does have that.
No,
but
I think he
it
honestly
just
raps too
sometimes
much,
doesn't
though.
happen. You think he's an over rapper?
I think he raps too much.
You think that?
I
You
don't lie, I
think he's
think
an
he
over
raps
rapper?
too much.
I think all corners of hip hop matter.
Yeah, but I think he raps.
Come on, from coming
The rap too much, the rap too little, the rap together, the rap against each other,
rap just
the
enough.
rap just enough. The chopping it, the culture chop, the live chop, which is happening on the 16th of May, by the way. Don't forget to RSVP as soon as we put out the invites. By the time you see this, it'll probably be out.
Yes, sir.
All of it matters. All of it is great. Culture Chop, we're just here to share information, debate on what, debate and show all the different perspectives that we all have of this game that we love and play at all times. Anything else you would like to say except for the fact that on the 16th of May, you are putting together the live chat?
I've been wanting to say this the whole pod, right? Yeah. And on the 16th of May at Artistry Stanton, something Freeman, there is the live chat,
I think it's 22 Freedman.
It's 22. Be there, guys. It's going to be a great experience. We're going to have
dope.
Everything. But yeah, that's really what I want to say. The whole chop.
Yeah, shout out for holding us down on the chop. Dice Games. What is it? Dice Buletino.
Dice Buletino. The best
Whatever
there is, the
the
best there
fuck
was, the
that
best
means.
there ever will be.
Shout out to Tshepo and the Ghost.
Sure.
We'll check you niggas out on the next one. Culture Chop with the greatest of all time. Shade Game is the verdict. Lord of the entire Bhuda T, Choppin It. You already know. See you on the 16th.